Hi everyone, this is Amy. Welcome to my channel. An ice skating rink can be a scary place if you're just beginning your skating journey. Freestyle sessions can be incredibly intimidating. If you've ever felt like everyone is staring at you while you're trying to figure out what you should be practicing, you're not alone. Having a coach relieves all that worry though, so that you can focus on yourself and your skating goals. A coach is your partner who supports you and looks out for your best interests. I've said it before and I will say it again, having a coach, the right coach, is a great way to fast track your skating progress so that you can get the results you're looking for safely, quickly, and more easily. Even have a lot of fun along the way. Finding the right coach for you can be confusing. It can also feel a bit intimidating. How do you know that the coach is qualified so that you know you're making the right investment in your skating? When you work with a coach, you're not only investing in your success, but you're investing in yourself and in your skating future. This video will provide you with everything you need to find the right coach for you and your goals. I'll arm you with the right questions to ask so you feel confident when it comes to working with a coach. You'll know exactly what info you need so that you can get the most value for your money, time, and effort. A good coach has your roadmap for success. We've already done all the trial and error and know what gets results. Let's get started with some quick do's and don'ts. Don't work with a coach based solely on their price. Do get referrals from your skating director, your club, other skaters, parents, and pay attention to word of mouth. But don't just automatically work with the first coach recommended by the rink or facility simply because it's the easiest choice. Do ask a lot of questions, and most importantly, do listen to your gut. You want to work with a coach who is compliant with US Figure Skating's coaching requirements. Let me ask you, what is your secret skating dream? You know, the goal you think about but you never want to admit out loud. Most of us have goals that we don't talk about. To others, you might say, I want to pass my moves or my free skate test. But secretly, you might be all about competing and feeling incredible about your performance. With a bit of help and focus, these goals are attainable. You just need to know what to do to get there. This is why finding the right coach is so important. When a coach gets you and understands what you're working toward, you can become unstoppable. They'll give you support, guidance, accountability, and motivation to keep pushing even towards those secret goals. When you know what to do and have the support and accountability to help get you there, it's incredible what you can accomplish. Many skaters and parents don't realize there are different coaching levels for figure skating in the US. Here's a really weird fact. Almost no one asks skating coaches about their credentials. It's definitely a question that's worth asking. Why? In the US, figure skating coaches don't have to be licensed or certified. Basically, anyone can call themselves a coach. It's essential to take some time and do your research. That said, most ice rinks and clubs do require their coaches to have credentials, and US Figure Skating requires coaches to meet specific requirements to coach in its programs. The first level are Learn to Skate USA instructors. These instructors are certified to teach Learn to Skate USA group classes. However, they may not be full US Figure Skating coaches and cannot coach skaters at test sessions or competitions. Basic requirements from Learn to Skate USA include a Learn to Skate USA instructor membership, background check, completion of the Skate Safe training for all instructors that are over 18, and take the instructor certification course and the exam. However, Learn to Skate USA does not require instructors to carry liability insurance. It is recommended, but it's not required by US Figure Skating. Still, most rinks and clubs do require its Learn to Skate instructors to have insurance, but it's best to just ask. The next level are US Figure Skating coaches. These coaches are more experienced and wish to move beyond the Learn to Skate USA curriculum to teach private lessons, coach at test sessions, competitions, and other figure skating events. U.S. figure skating coaches must be members of U.S. Figure Skating, either independently or through a local club. They are subject to an annual background check. U.S. figure skating coaches must adhere to designated coach compliance requirements for their desired activity level. U.S. Figure Skating works with the Professional Skaters Association, PSA, to standardize these requirements. PSA offers a variety of learning opportunities for the coaching community. All U.S. figure skating coaches have continuing education requirements. This means that we must complete mandatory continuing education requirements, or CERs, conducted by the PSA each year. CERs ensure that coaches are up to date with current information and that we keep our skills sharp. At this level, we are also required to have liability insurance. However, coaches at this level are not required to be members of the PSA. The next level are those of us that can coach at qualifying competitions and travel to competitions as part of Team USA. We must still complete our annual continuing education requirements and carry liability insurance. We also have the additional requirement that we are current and full members of PSA. Then there are those of us that are PSA ranked and rated. This is entirely optional. Some, but not all, ranks and clubs do require their coaches to be ranked and rated. Plus, being PSA ranked and rated indicates a level of professionalism. The Professional Skaters Association has a ranking system that's recognized worldwide. To qualify for this program, PSA uses criteria directed towards the career accomplishments of PSA coaches based only on the performance of their skaters. In other words, the career coaching record of a PSA member is established only through the accomplishments of a skater or team under their direction. The coach's own skating record has no bearing on their ranking. This is a good thing because there are many incredible skaters that just unfortunately aren't always the best coaches. There are also many skaters that were not that great skating on their own, but can actually be amazing coaches. A coach's ranking is recognized as a distinguished lifetime achievement by the entire skating community. PSA also has Excellence on Ice. This is a national award program established by the PSA that provides rinks and clubs with national recognition as a progressive training facility dedicated to excellence. EOI clubs or facilities must have 100% PSA members on staff, all carrying liability insurance and seeking to obtain or maintain a PSA rating. The PSA rating system is for coaches who want to validate their skating skills and teaching expertise. Ratings assure clubs, rinks, skaters, parents, and the public that their coach is technically qualified regardless of personal skating background and achievement. Again, this is a good thing because remember what I said a little earlier about not all great skaters being great coaches? More and more coaches are required by facilities to become rated. Many, like me, are choosing to do so voluntarily because it's so beneficial for both the coaches and the athletes. The first step in the rating system is to take and pass a basic accreditation. This is a written exam. You can also successfully complete the Foundations of Coaching course. The BA exam is completed online in the PSA e-learning academy. The Foundations of Coaching course is a one-day course held in person in various locations throughout the country. The study guide for both of these is the coach's manual, and that's included when you register for either the FCC or BA. After you pass the BA exam or attend the FCC, a coach can apply to begin taking the sports science and medicine exams. There are 4 sports science medicine exams, 1 at each level: registered, certified, senior, and master. The sports science medicine exams are completed entirely online. And the study guide for all levels is the Coach's Guide to Sports Science and Medicine. It's available in the PSA online store as a digital download, and it's included when you register to take the exam. Passing an SSM exam is not a rating by itself. Rather, it's a component of a rating. An oral exam in a specific discipline must be passed to achieve an actual rating. After passing the appropriate sports science and medicine exam, a coach can apply to take the oral exams, registered, certified, senior, and master in the discipline of their choice. I should also note that some additional first aid requirements were introduced in May of 2020. Now, all oral ratings candidates will need to submit proof of the following. Registered rating candidates must have a current concussion training certificate. Certified rating candidates must have a current first aid certificate. Senior and master rating candidates must have a current first aid certificate and CPR certificate. Oral ratings exams are taken on-site or virtually at an oral rating event. Exam panels consist of 3 master-rated coaches as your examiners, and up to 2 trial examiners may also be in attendance. Coaches must answer all the examiner's questions on the spot from their memory. Sometimes they also ask you to act out scenarios demonstrating correct techniques or write down specific ice tracings and patterns. The examiners will review this during the exam. Once a rating has been earned, a coach must maintain a minimum of 28 educational credits over 3 years through attendance at educational events to keep the rating active. A coach may not advertise that they are PSA rated unless a coach has an active rating. Additionally, suppose a coach offers off-ice training or any kind of strength and conditioning. In that case, you want to make sure that they are certified and insured to do so. Off-ice training is a totally different skill set. So make sure that your coach is actually credentialed to do off-ice if you're working with them that way. I have a whole separate video about off-ice training. There's a link to it in the description down below. Here are some signs that you've found the right coach for you. You enjoy working with them, at least most of the time. They push you out of your comfort zone just enough. You leave your lessons feeling accomplished, but not overly drained or like you wasted your time because it felt too easy. You feel yourself getting stronger and gaining new skills. Ask yourself these questions. Is your coach experienced working with skaters to get the results you're after? Are they a good fit personality-wise? Do they challenge you to be your best? Does your coach hold you accountable? Do they provide you with high value for their time and expertise? Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you like best about your coach. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and share it with somebody else it could help. Just post it to your social media too. I post videos every week that can help you with your figure skating, nutrition, and live a better life. So please consider subscribing with the bell on so that you never miss a video. This is Amy. Happy skating. Thank you for watching. I will see you real soon. Bye.